Hi everyone, welcome to round 3 of the season 4 at the SRL Championship in Tier 4. We have 14 drivers on the grid today with a dry qualifying session here at Belgium. Barry Kruger has won the last race, so I'm really curious what he would do in the 5 laps today. He went really well in wet conditions. Can he be that quick in dry conditions as well? This is going to be a very big question. We have a new name on the grid, named Zokeluni. He completed his second practice race, and we are all really curious what his pace will be against our current Tier 4 drivers. Our current championship leader is at the moment Martinoli, being in front by 2 points on Lancy. Really close grid at the front, so really curious what this race will bring us. I'm going to send an invite to Lobai. Because he should be racing with us and didn't join yet, and now he's asking questions to be able to join us. But let's follow one of the AlphaTauris to be the first one to set a lap. I think it's our newest driver on this tier, Zokeluni, and we're all very curious what his pace will be, so let's follow him on a lap. He's heading now into the last section of this track. It's really easy to invalidate your lap around Spa. As we've seen in real life, the race couldn't continue, so let's hope this race will be continued without a lot of safety cars. A bit of oversteer there out of turn 1. Now let's have a look. Is he going to take Eau Rouge really cleanly and full throttle? So looking good for Zokeluni at the moment. So let's have a look at his current sector 1 time. He is doing a 29:30.0. Oh, a bit wide there, and we already have a yellow in sector 3. Who is out just yet? I think no one is. And Zokeluni is still the first one to set a lap. He is still kept it within the track limits. Still looking good for Zokeluni here. With a McLaren in front of him, will he get out of the way? Hopefully it will. Oh, and Zokeluni gets spun around. Did he touch Buttle? I'm not sure about that, but oh, and I think it's one of the Red Bulls now. Oh, we have invalidated. And what happened to Zokeluni? Zokeluni just parked it. And Chemical Wolf has just set the fastest lap, 1:44.5. And let's have a look at a few other drivers. And tire situations is an interesting one here. But Lars is in sector 3 now. Really proved that he can be very quick. His race consistency is something to work on, but he knows that. So let's stay on board with Lars, heading into the final sector. And into the final corner he goes. What time can he put? Can he get himself into the 143s? Yes, he can. Having a 6:10 gap on Chemical Wolf. And Lancy on those mediums going fastest, and NJ Devil into the 142s, the first driver into the 142s. But Lancia has put an amazing lap on those medium tires. Currently having himself into P3, and Barry Kruger having a purple sector 2, the last race winner. So let's follow him on his lap, his banker lap. It's his first lap, so let's see. In the Alpine, oh, Chemical Wolf has retired from the session. Did he retire on track? Yes, he did. And Barry Kruger, 142.2. That's an amazing lap. 6 tenths away from NJ Devil. And this lap is just very, very quick. Maybe a bit too quick for this tier. But we will see if someone can get close to him. And Bottle 144.6. We all know that it's a very, very long track, so Lobais is going to start his lap at the moment, but we stay on board with Connor heading into the last sector. Oh, he's just diving into the pits. He made a small mistake, I assume. And Martin Oli goes into fourth fastest at the moment, the current championship leader. 1 second away of the time of Barry Kruger. And is Lancia go for another run? No, I don't think he is. He's diving in the pits. And will be a smart move for him to start on those mediums. He will definitely have the advantage on the strategy. And running those mediums will probably give us a chance to have a dry race as well. R1 D44 has crashed, but where did he crash? Eau Rouge, he crashed in Eau Rouge. And Quina is on a flyer at the moment. He invalidated his first lap, so he's now going for a second run. So let's stay on board with him. He's running a bit wide there, but still kept it within the track limits to not invalidate his lap. The teammate of Lance, he didn't pick up any points just yet, I think. Let's have a look at the current standings. Quina has picked up 8 points, but he's definitely looking for more. Lars has improved as well to a 142.7. Oh, and Quina just spun in the last sector. Unfortunate for him. And also Mel, who has won the preseason race in Tier 4. So he's definitely can be one of the quickest in this tier as well. So we are going to stay on board with the Ferrari driver. A really quick team with Chemical Wolf. Definitely can throw a gamble on the Constructor Championships. Ferrari is currently having only 2 points in the Constructors Championship and currently sitting in P9. So that's something to improve for both of the Ferrari drivers. But we stay on board with him. And oh, oversteer moment there of Mel, but he still gets a 143.7, 1.5 seconds away from the current leader, Barry Kruger. And Zakaluni is going for another lap. And we're going to stay on board with, I think it's going to be Rigby, or no, it's going to be Zakaluni, who is going to set a lap as one of the front runners who is on his hot lap at the moment. So let's stay on board with the AlphaTauri driver. Hopefully he can score some points for Lars and his team. Emmen Trocker started a lap on the mediums. Really interesting tire choice. If your tires can keep it till the end, the soft medium strategy will be the fastest, but it depends on which strategy you're choosing. But Zakaluni goes to a 1:43.6 and places himself into P5 at the moment, which is a good time for his debut at the moment. So that's great to see from one of our debutants. And the Devil is going for a run on the mediums and invalidated this lap already. But let's stay on board with Emmen Trocker. 1:17.0 on those mediums. I don't think that's a great Sector 2 time. So that will probably place him behind Buddle. Because usually the sector times are 1:13, 1:14. But Emmen Trocker is going to the last sector and is going for 1:46.0. And as I predicted, he's going to take place behind Buddle on those mediums. And Martinoli has improved though. Only 0.3 away from Barry Kruger. And is NJ Devil going for another lap? I don't think he is. No, he's diving in the pits and is going to prepare himself for his last run. Zakaluni is still improving, but is he going to finish his lap? Yes, he is going to finish his lap on the same tire. Zakaluni is improving by only half a tenth, 1.5 tenths, but is still in P6 at the moment. And I think this was his qualifying, because Spa is such a long track. And Connor is going for a run on the mediums as well. He hasn't set a time yet, so he will be very disappointing if he will screw this up. Oh, Martin, get out of the way. And yes, he did. Oh, we have a yellow, and it's one of the Red Bulls, and I think it's Martinoli in the wall. Yes, it was. So let's stay on board with Connor, finishing his first lap, 1:17.4 in sector 2. And that's, as I've said with Emmen Trocker, that's not a great lap at the moment. So let's stay on board with him for his first lap time. And he's going for a 1:46.4 on those mediums, 4 seconds away from the lead. And Martinoli is diving in the pits to go for another lap. And will Zakaluni be able to get another lap in? Not sure. Quina has retired from the session, so he will be starting outside the top 10. And Badal is attacking Eau Rouge. And we've seen a driver, I think it's Quina, who has crashed in Eau Rouge. And Badal is currently 1.5 tenths up on his current time. Oh, runs wide. Oh, and no invalidation for Badal. Too early on the throttle. which resulted him to go wide there. The right gear around that corner, so it's looking good for Ballo. Really curious if he's improving his lap time. Not taking too many risks, but he's attacking those corners really nicely. He's currently 5/10 up on his current time, so that's a great lap from Ballo so far. Can he put himself even further in the top 10? So let's stay on board with him. He needs to nail a good sector 3, reaching the last corners. No oversteering moments you need here, and still looking good for Ballo. And he is going 6/10 up and puts himself in front of Chemical Wolf. And a great lap from Ballo, which set him in P9 at the moment. And Loba is spinning. And Lancy has crashed out as well. Barry Kruger is going for another lap. But let's stay on board with Mel. Can he improve himself? I don't think he can. He's just waiting to go for another lap. Oh, Barry Kruger has lost it. Barry Kruger is in the wall, the current pole sitter. And that's unfortunate for him, because the guys behind him are definitely going to attack his time. With NJ Devil being the first one to complete his lap. So let's stay on board with NJ Devil, who has recently drove in Tier 3 last season. And will we be able to compete at the top today at Spa? We will see it in a minute. He's really attacking those corners really nicely. Oh, runs wide, NJ Devil. No invalidation for him, so he can continue his lap. I think he went off throttle at the right moment, but let's see if he can be quick enough in sector 2. I don't think he is improving. He is improving and puts a purple sector 2, but only half a 10 up on his current time. And let's stay on board with NJ Devil. He needs to have a good sector 3, so let's see if he can improve himself through the last sector. Oh, he's running a bit wide, but still kept it on track. And he's now crossing the line. No improvement for NJ Devil. Lars have invalidated his lap. And Rigby is the next one to cross the line, so let's stay on board with Rigby. He was only half a 10 up in sector 2, so let's see. Our tier 4 director, can he challenge the guys at the top today here at Spa? He is going to cross the line. 42.8. He has improved by 2/10, but only good enough for P. Oh, Martinoli gets spun. Oh, and crashed out. So I think this was our qualifying session for today. A lot of spinners actually. But still a great lap. The first lap was important enough for Barry Kruger to get another pole position here in Tier 4. He's just outstanding last week's. Barry Kruger won the race in Hungary by a big margin and now gets another pole position, so he's really dominating so far the races he has attended. So we're going through the qualifying standings here at Spa. Barry Kruger into pole position with a great lap. I think it's a bit too fast for Tier 4, but still managed to set a great lap. Martinoli into P2, Lars in P3, Mel in P4, Rigby in P5, NJ Devil in P6, Zoke Looney, as a debutant, a great lap from him into P7. Lenzi, the only driver within the top 10 on those mediums, starting in P8. P9 for Badal, a great qualifying from him. And Chemical Wolf finishes the top 10. Emma Trucker, Connor and Quinna in P11, 12 and 13. And the rest have not being able to set a qualifying lap. I'm really curious what the weather will be. I think it will be a dry session, but we will see. And it's looking to be a dry session. So really sunny day here at Spa in Tier 4. Hopefully it will be sunny in Tier 1 as well, but I'm not sure about that because the weather at Spa is really strange, because I think in 30 minutes it can be raining. So we're starting in 10 seconds, and I'm really curious what all the viewers will think. What will be the final results of today? Who will be on the podium and who will take the race win? And let's have a look at the tire situations with Lancy starting on those medium tires in the top 10. So that's a great strategy call from him. But outside the top 10 we have Emma and Trucker in P11. On those mediums, Connor in those mediums. Quinna and R1D44 on those mediums as well. Loba is definitely going to have an attacking strategy at the back of the grid. So we are all very curious how this race will be going. And the predicted pit stop strategy for Barry Kruger is going from softs to hards. I think if you can manage the tires really well, you should be able to get those soft medium strategy able to work. So really curious what the front runners will be going to do on those tires. Who is going to manage those tires well to go for that soft medium strategy? That's going to be very interesting. Consistency is something you really need at this track, because those curbs are really slippery compared to last year's game. Also, you really need to manage those penalties as well, because getting a track limits is really easy as well. So yeah, I'm going for my predictions of today. I think Barry is a bit too quick for the guys behind him, so I'm going for Barry Kruger for the win. But he's getting very under pressure from Martinoli, because Martinoli is quick and he can be very quick to put on the pressure on Barry Kruger. But I'm not counting out Lars as well, so it's going to be very tight for the podium positions. And maybe someone can surprise us. I think Lancy might be able to surprise us on those mediums as well. So we will see in a minute how the start will go. And we're almost going, and we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 red lights, and they're off. And here we go, here at Spa. Oh, a bad start from Lars. And nope, not paying attention. And Lars gets another spin at the start of this race, with Zoke Looney making such a mess already at the debut of him. Really outbraking himself into turn P1 and Rigby is already in P2 at the moment, with being hunted by Mel. Mel is going to have a look on the inside into turn 4, but he's going to have a look and a bit of wheel bagging, and Mel gets spun. Another spinning, and Mel's in the wall. And Barry Kruger is very confident in the lead again. He's just enjoying all the carnage behind him. With Martinoli had a terrible start. I hope he doesn't have any damage. I don't think he has. And I don't think a lot of drivers have damage. I think Lancy has actually. Lancy has damage. Oh, this is not going to help him with his teammate on those mediums being already in P7, with Emin Trocker having an amazing start on those mediums as well. And so is Lobai already into... Oh, Lobai! And does this definitely damage? No. He doesn't have any damage. How? And oh, Barry Kruger, what happened to him? Rigby is all over him, and we have a battle for the lead actually. Oh, and there's a touch behind. Martinoli is at the back of Rigby and is going to have a look on the outside, but that's not close enough, and is going to have a... He is right behind Rigby now for P2. Oh, Rigby spawn! No, Martinoli goes with him! And that's a big crash into a Rouge. Martinoli and Rigby gets crashed out, and this will definitely be a safety car. This must be a safety car. There's two drivers out in Eau Rouge, and I'm not sure how this can be a safety car. And Lobai is already into P2. What an amazing start he has. And we have a VSC deployed. And what a crash between Rigby and Martinoli. And Martinoli it's really unfortunate to be behind Rigby, because Rigby made a small mistake and Martinoli was right behind him and just caught him in his spin. And Martinoli will not be happy about this spin, because he's currently leading the championship. And I think Barry Kruger is just going to get another win if it stands. Just don't have a look at the current... Oh, Lars gets a drive through. I'm not really sure what's happening already. But Barry Kruger is still in the lead, with Lobai and NJ Delvo having a fight for P2. And Emmett Trucker on those mediums is currently sitting in P4. And let's have a look at the current position changes. I'm not sure how he did it, but Lobai just started at the back. And he is currently in P2. That's just some amazing stuff from Lobai. Just perfection, that's how we call it. And we have a battle between Quina and Emin Trucker, side by side, heading into turn 4-5. And Quina gets the move done and improves himself. Oh, Quina gets really deep and almost lost it on those slippery curbs. And Zokeluni, who has made a very big dive bomb, which is going to be a big warning to him after this race. And I'm probably sure that he will get a 5-second time penalty for that turn 1 incident. Emin Trucker now into P6, losing a bit of places, but Emin Trucker knows he doesn't need to take too many risks, because the guy in front of him needs to pit sooner than him. And Connor into P8, and we can have some crazy results today. And we're going to have NJ Devil to have a look on Lobai. NJ Devil and Lobai is going to cover the inside, but NJ Devil is going to have a look on the inside. And still on the inside, side by side, but Lobai is keeping his car in front. And NJ Devil gets the fastest lap. Harry Kruger is a bit struggling on those tires, but is still keeping himself in front. But a great battle between Lobai and NJ Devil. And NJ Devil is in front of him. Oh, Lobai. Oh, but NJ Devil is playing a small NJ Devil. No, man, why are you spinning around? Aquina has spun in Eau Rouge as well. And what a carnage. And we have a safety car. Yeah, we should have. There's a lot of happening already in this race, but what a carnage so far. Barry Kruger just chilling at the front with Lobai behind him. And Zacaluni is currently in P3, but he is probably going to get a penalty at the end of this race. So Evan Trucker has great papers on those mediums. And look at this, Evan Trucker is probably going to snatch the lead on those alternate strategy. And this is looking very, very good for Evan Trucker. And so is Connor though. And so is R1D44. Because the leaders will probably going for a pit stop. And they should. And we have MN Trucker now in the lead of this Grand Prix, with Barry Kruger on those mediums still in P2. So, and we have one driver on the hards, so we're going for a one-stop strategy from Mal here. Crazy. Now is everything going to be different. Lobai is switching to fresh shafts, so Lobai is still going. He's really feeling confident on those soft tires, so he's going for a two-stop strategy as well. He will be probably going for the soft medium strat. So Connor switched to softs as well, so did Chemical Wolf. Bottle on those mediums, and Lars switched to hards, which is a good choice, I think. Because I think he doesn't need to stop anymore. And I think the medium runners, the fresh medium runners, will need to make a pit stop. I don't think those mediums will last till the end. And I'm really unfortunate for Martinoli. I'm really... And we're going to have another lap behind the safety car. So MN Trucker still in the lead on the alternate strategy. with Barry Kruger and Zaki Looney both on those medium tires, those fresh medium tires. But we don't count out R1D44 who has pitted for fresh off tires, so they should be very, very cautious for him being him behind, because he will be definitely on an attacking strategy here. So Lancy on those mediums is also in a good position. We all know his pace. And Lars has pitted for fresh off tires. So Lars is really aiming to close up on everyone. He sees everyone is starting on the mediums or softs. I think it's the right call for Lars to close the gap even more and get some overtaking done. So we keep an eye on Lars because he has the pace. And we're going to keep an eye on the front because I think this will be the last lap behind the safety car. Oh, don't touch the safety car, Emmen Straka. You will get a penalty for that. It's really nice to see some close racing in our lowest tier here in SRL. So that's really, really good to see, to have such a close grid in the race. There are a lot of battles, and that's actually something we have missed in the first 2 seasons. Last season there were battles as well, but it's really hard to organize a tier with the same pace. But as it stands, we have some racing on our hands here, and it's also a really, really nice track to get some overtaking done. So Emmen Trucker is going to be able to set the pace here, and he needs to wait till the safety car gets in. Now it's really important to warm up your tires, and we will get racing when Emmen Trucker is ready to do so. When will he go? I think he's already going. Emmen Trucker is already going with Barry Kruger right behind him. He was awake. And Emmen Trucker is struggling. And Barry Kruger is already having a look on the inside. And Barry Kruger gets the move done into turn 1. And claims his P1. But Emmen Trucker is right behind him. And will definitely be picking up the slipstream. But we're definitely going to have a look at the battle for the front, because Emmen Trucker gets the slipstream of Barry. Oh, Mal gets... Oh, man. It's Mal who got himself into Eau Rouge. And Emmen Trucker is really struggling on those tires. Zokeluni is now really close behind. And we are getting some troubles at the back. It's Chemical Wolf. And Lars is taking it easy. In the points already. And R1D44 is closing the gap on Zokeluni. And getting a better exit. Now can get the move done, but it will be very tight. And he's not going to take the risk. Please stay away from those curves. They are slippery as hell. And Lobai is having a battle between Lancy and himself. Oh, and Lobai is quick, but he already used his CRS on this lap, so it will be an easy pass for Lancy probably. But Lassie is under pressure of the other soft runner, Connor. And we still have a very, very tight battle on the field. Oh, we have Zake Looney in the wall. Oh, not really happy about his debut so far. With R1D44 at the back of MN Trucker. He is definitely going to have a look on those tires. Yes, he is picking up the slipstream and is now going side by side with MN Trucker. And he has the advantage on the tires, and MN Trucker should know, but R1D44 is not going to show his big balls here. He is staying behind MN Trucker. With those soft tires, you need to get past the guy in front of you, and especially when he's on old mediums. You need to push yourself and show yourself that you are so much quicker. And now is Lobai really close, and there's R1D44 on the inside of MN Trucker, and now gets the move done for P2. And Lobai and MN Trucker are having a battle as well. And Lobai is having a look on the outside on MN Trucker, still side by side. But Lobai has the advantage on the tires, and this is what we call racing. Great racing by them. They're keeping each other alive. And now is Lancy all over MN Trucker, and Lancy gets the move done as well. MN Trucker losing 3 positions in 1 lap. And this might be a sign for him to get in the pits and get another tires. With R1D44 at the back of Barry Kruger now. NJ Devil having the fastest lap. R1D44 having the good exit. He is still, the DRS has enabled. So let's stay on board with R1D44. Can he be able to close the gap on Barry Kruger? He's lifting through Eau Rouge. Oh, and Lobai. Lobai is in the wall in Eau Rouge. Why is he having his ERS on? I'm really not. What are you doing? Come on, man. Keep your fucking car on track. What are your fucking problem? Don't ruin someone's race because of your stupidity. What are you doing, man? If you keep continuing like this, you should be banned of league racing. But let's stay on board with R1D44. Oh, and gets a probably a warning for that. But he is now really close to Barry Kruger, and he is going to have a look on the inside, and a battle for P1. Going through the grass. Oh, runs wide. He gets the move done. R1D44 gets... Oh, Barry Kruger is going to have a look on the inside. A great battle between these two. And Barry Kruger and is showing his big balls to keep that P1. Amazing battle between these two. And Lobai has just DNF'd. And I'm really angry about this performance, because this discipline is just awful to watch. I must say that you can just... please practice, or just don't join us in league racing. And R1D44 is going to have a look. DRS is enabled, and Barry Kruger is now behind him, and R1D44 has made the move done and into P1 on those soft tires. He's really looking very, very quick, and picks up a 3-second time penalty though. But still into P1 on those soft tires. He is in the advantage of Barry Kruger in the first laps he's driving now. And he should make a gap of a few seconds if he has the pace. But Lancy is already at the back of Barry Kruger, even on those old medium tires. And Lars is already gaining and gaining positions. So let's stay on board with Lars on those fresh soft tires as well. He can surprise us all with having that lap 1 incident, converting it into a podium. Will Lars be able to do it? He's going to have a look on the outside now on Emma Trucker. And Emma Trucker still there, but Lars is late braking and he gets the move done. And he is now into P5. And we have another battle between R1D44. R1D44 is doing it very smart to pick up the slipstream every time, going through Eau Rouge. But will be enough for him. He will be very close. We still have a battle for the lead between Barry Kruger and R1D44 is having to look on the inside, and he is getting the move done again. Even before the corner, he's in front. So a great battle between these two. A fair, clean. Oh, Barry's having a look on the inside. What a move of Barry Kruger. A very good move from him. And this battle is now getting joined by Lancy. And it's getting a bit dark actually. Will there be some rain at the end of this Grand Prix? It's Spa, so everything can happen. That's why we've decided to put the weather conditions on approximate, so surprises can be there, so we will see. But we have almost a 4-way battle for the lead. We have a 4-way battle for the lead because NJ Devil is in the DRS range of Lancy. A really great battle between the top 4 at the moment. Hopefully no one spins out on Eau Rouge, because Eau Rouge is a very scary track. Oh, and there's going R1D44 getting a move done and moves to P1. It's some yo-yo effect, as I've announced before. At Spa you have a yo-yo effect for. And Barry, is he going to make the same move as he did earlier? And yes, he is. What a move again from Barry Kruger. What's happening with R1D44 at that corner? He's just struggling there, and I'm not sure, because he has the advantage on the tire, so he should be able to get more grip. Or is his setup just based on straight line speed performance? NJ Devil gets another time penalty. I think he has already 9 seconds, so that's a lot at the moment. Will Lars be able to catch up on the guys in front of him? I'm not sure. He is only 1.9 seconds behind, so we will see about that. Oh, it's NJ Devil at the back of Lancy. Will he be close enough? Oh, do I see some rain? Did I see rain? I do see some rain. Will we get some rain here at Spa? I do see some light, very light rain. Oh, and Lancy is having a look on R1D44. And we have rain at Spa, guys. But how much will it rain to put the inters on? And every tier 4 driver will be tested. I know Barry Kruger is really quick in the rain conditions, so, and he's already gaining now on R1D44. But who is the first driver to pit for those intermediates? Interesting, very interesting race so far between the top 4 drivers. And Lars is just not closing the gap. I think Lars is not going to make take any risks. With Lancy putting the pressure on Barry, so let's have a look. And NJ Devil putting the pressure on Lancy as well. And this is going to be very interesting. We're having some light rain here at Spa. And we're 14 laps on the way. Lancy is now picking up the slipstream on R1D44. But will he be able? Oh, really slippery around this track. I don't think he will be close enough. But will NJ Devil be close enough to Lancy? No, I don't think he is. Oh, it's going to be a late braking move. No, he's not close enough. So Lancy decided to back out of that battle, and I think that was a smart choice. But NJ Devil is now all over him. And we have already drivers switching to the intermediate tire. And Looney already in. Oh, Looney. I don't think it's the right choice to switch to the inters already. I think the dry tires are the right choice at the moment, but it might be. We just keep an eye on Lars on his time against Emman Trucker, who is on the slicks. And he's losing a lot of time. But we all know if you pit a lap too late, you will lose a lot of time as well. So is it smart? Oh, and I think everyone is diving in the pits now. Yeah. Oh, great choice by R1D44 to dive in the pits under that VSC, not losing a lot of time. And oh, it's NJ Devil, his teammate, following him, so he needs to wait. But still, we must admit, it's VSC conditions. A double stack from the Haas team. A really interesting race so far. NJ Devil struggling on the outside of the pit lane. But Lars is still within 9 seconds of NJ Devil, who has 9 seconds of penalties. So this is going to be a very interesting strategy. And I'm not sure when this VSC will be ending, but if the guys in front are pitting this lap, they will lose some time to. Oh, and we're going, and who has picked up an RD? No one. A rear drive through, nobody. And Barry Kruger, is he struggling? No, I don't think he is. So it might be the right choice to put. I think it's still the right choice to be on those slick tires. Oh. And no close gaps at the moment. But Lancy's running wide. And what will Barry do? Let's follow him. He is still continuing. Barry is still continuing on those slick tires. Barry still thinks that the slick tire conditions are still the fastest at the moment. But the track is getting wet even more. So I'm really curious what this will do. I think the track is getting wet and wet even more. Oh, and I think it's NJ Devil who made a small mistake, because Lars was able to catch up 9/10. And R1D44 is now gaining on the guy in front of him, so I think now is the time to pit for intermediates. Oh, look at Barry, he's struggling. Oh, a big moment there for Barry. But a big moment for Barry again. But he still kept it on track. And will Barry be going into the pits now? And Barry is still continuing on those slick tires. Is he even going to make a pit stop? Lancey decided to pit, and Lancey will still be in front of R1D44. So interesting. Now let's keep a close eye on Lancey. And the DRS has enabled. Look at how wet the track is. How can you keep continuing, Barry? How can you do this on those slick tires? Really sick to see how crazy good you are on those wet conditions. I'm not sure if it will help yourself, but oh, another moment. And Barry Kruger is losing a lot of time now. He is struggling. Look at him. Lancey is really gaining on him. And Lancey made the right choice. And Barry is struggling. So the track is really wet now. Lancey is making up 3 seconds after his pit stop. So Barry needs to pit real quick. Oh, we have someone spinning. It's Soke Looney. And Barry is definitely going in the pits now. He will be. Oh, he is so struggling. And oh, look at that. And let's keep an eye on Lance, see if he can get the move done on Barry Kruger and get that P1. And I'm not sure, but Lancey will probably be able to overtake him. And I think he will, or not. It will be a very close call. No, he will still be behind. Barry Kruger is still in the lead. But Barry Kruger, his tires are very cold at the moment. And let's have a look at the current penalty situations. With NJ Devil picking up 9 seconds, will definitely demote him into P4. And MN Trucker is still in front of Lars. But Lancey is really close at Barry at the moment. But Lancey has a 3-second time penalty and Barry didn't have any penalty. And Lars is at the back of MN Trucker to really... Oh, we have someone in the wall probably. And I'm not sure who it is. We have someone in sector 2 spinning around. And Sokeluni, and the top 10 is going to grab points as it stands. And Lancey is really challenging Barry Kruger here in the rainy conditions. Oh, really confident putting on the DRS. In these wet conditions. This is more likely, and Lancey will get the slipstream on Barry Kruger for the lead of this race. But he's not going to take any risks because he's sitting in P2 at the moment. Lancey can, if it stands as it is, Lancey can really have some great opportunities to take over the lead again in the championship standings. Because Lancey will come. Let's have a look at the current fastest lap. And the current fastest lap is on NJ Devil, and he will remain that fastest lap. So Barry Kruger and Lancey will be together at the front, both having 50 points after this race. So interesting to see. Let's have a look at Lars, who is putting the pressure on MN Trucker. Lars had an unfortunate start of this race, but he recovered himself back into P5. He had some bad luck and is only having 0 points at the moment. So Lars is really looking for points today, but MN Trucker is as well. MN Trucker only having 1 point at the moment, and he's looking to grab some great points as well for the AlphaTauri team, the sister team of Red Bull, against the Red Bull driver MN Trucker. Woo will stay himself, redeem himself to claim that P4. Lars is going to have a look, and they're going side by side now. Lars is getting the move done already, and Lars is into P4 at the moment. Only 17 seconds away from NJ Devil, who has 9 seconds of penalties with 3 laps to go. So I don't think he will be able to close the gap to 9 seconds, but still a great recovery drive from Lars here to get that P4. But Lancey is going for a move on Barry Kruger, and not close enough. He knows Barry has no penalties, so he needs to push Barry over that track limits to make the race even more exciting. But it's going to, as it stands, it's going to be a very nice win. 2 win in a row for Barry Kruger. And actually, he's a reserve, but he is really fast. And Lancey is not able to close the gap on him so far. Well, Lars is really pulling away from MN Trucker, and I think this will be the final standings. Barry Kruger is really struggling in these conditions, but still managing himself to be at the top so far. In the Alpine, he's going to grab some amazing points. But Lancy is really close on him now. Can he go for a move? Barry Kruger is covering in the inside, and Lancy's going for the outside move, and what a move by Lancy for the P1 on the grid. He is getting the overtake done. What a move by Lancy. A crazy move, but he needs to put up a gap of 3 seconds away from Barry Kruger, and now it's time for Barry to keep it within the track limits and keep it within 3 seconds to claim the victory. But Lancy is looking very, very strong in the rain. And NJ Devil gets another time penalty. And Lancy, you need to... Oh, Lars is spun. What is hell is happening? MN Trucker will be very, very happy about that. But let's stay on board with the battle for the lead and the battle for the win on track. We all know that Barry is going to win the battle at the end, but still nice to have a battle on track for P1. And we're almost going into the last lap, with Barry Kruger having an outstanding performance again. His second race win, consecutive race win. It's not on track this time, but it's on track with penalties. And that's... Oh, Barry! Keep it on track, please. Now it's time for Lancy to pull up the gap, because Barry had some issues. 1.7 seconds already. Oh, Barry, you need to keep your head down, man. 1.5 now. Penalty situations, we're going to have a look at them. We all know Barry is really quick in the rain, so let's see if Lancy can pull a gap. I'm not sure if he can pull the gap up to 3 seconds, but we are racing and everything can happen. It's almost 2 seconds now. It's already 2 seconds now. Only 1 second needed for Lancy to claim the victory. Barry is struggling. Barry is really struggling. 2.2 already. And we're going to have a really close finish. He now needs to keep his head down to not lose too many time, and he's closing in already. So Barry, please keep your head down to claim the victory. 2.1, still 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. I don't think it's gonna be enough for Lancy to claim the victory. 2.5. If Barry makes a mistake in the last corner, Lancy is going to claim the victory. And will be enough? No, I don't think it will be enough, because Barry Kruger is going to grab the win today, with Lancy finishing in second and J Devil finishing in third. What happened to our win D44? NJ Devil into P3, a podium for NJ Devil. A big congrats to him. MN Trucker is getting hunted by Lars, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to claim P4. It's going to be very tight though, but MN Trucker is going to get the P4. A great lap from MN Trucker to finish a P4, Lars into P5. And I think R1D44 is going to finish in P6, which is quite disappointing for him probably, but he's still happy with the points. You can see him weaving in P6. R1D44, and Connor is going to grab some points for the Williams team today. Into P7 with Zoke Looney as a debutant into P8, but he's probably going to get a penalty and probably going to get a penalty point as well for that turn 1 incident. He's the last one to cross the line. And Zoke Looney is crossing the line into P8, and this will finish the race. And what an amazing race this was in Tier 4. I'm really happy to be commentating this one because it has quite some excitement. Emin Trucker is the driver of the day, and I think we can all agree with that because he showed us some great performance here at Spa. My big congratulations to Barry Kruger for getting that second consecutive win. Another win for Barry, with Lancey finishing in second. NJ Devil, a great podium drive with the fastest lap as well. Into P3, MN Trucker into P4. Great performance by him, starting from P11. Lars P5, R1D44 in P6, Connor P7, Zokaluni P8, Chemical Wolf in P9. And Bodo is going to finish and grab the last point. The rest of the drivers have not finished the race, so I want to thank you all for watching this race. It was quite an exciting one, and I am really looking forward to the next one where we are racing at Zandvoort at the Netherlands, my home country, and I will see you there. Have a good night.